For centuries, a silent war has raged, a war not of borders but of souls. Secret societies hidden in plain sight have sought to dismantle Europe's spiritual foundations. Their weapon, a corrupt Western civilization; their target, the sacred traditions that once united a continent. But amidst the chaos, a modern king rises. Who is the last defender of Europe's soul? Why are ancient powers determined to erase history's greatest spiritual legacies? From the ashes of Dresden to the ruins of Nagasaki, from the Romanov massacre to the betrayal of the Catholic Church, this is the untold story of a battle for Europe's heart, and at its center, a man anointed on the throne of emperors. It began with a murder that shook the world. In 1918, the Romanov dynasty, Russia's pious rulers, were slaughtered. But this was no random act. As Radio Trebinje's explosive investigation reveals, it was part of a grand plan to erase Orthodox Christianity, the bedrock of Eastern Europe. Communism didn't just ban God, it sought to rewrite history itself. Yet even as churches burned, a flame survived, waiting to reignite. In 1945, Allied bombs reduced Dresden, a city built by Slavic Sorbs called Luziki Serbi, to ash. Why target a cultural jewel? Because Dresden was more than a city. It was a symbol. The Sorbs, Europe's forgotten Slavic tribe, had planted orthodoxy in Germany's heart. Their monasteries banned since 1831, their history buried. But their legacy lingers in cryptic symbols and defiant street names. A warning: those who control the past control the future. In 1945, two cities vanished: Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where Christianity had been outlawed for 200 years. Yet believers survived, the Kakure Kirishitan, praying in secret. Why obliterate them? To erase resistance. Kyoto, Japan's spiritual capital, was spared, but only because an American general honeymooned there. Coincidence? Or proof that fate favors those who guard tradition? The 20th century drew to its close. Europe's spiritual gravediggers found new hunting grounds. The Balkans, where ancient Orthodox kingdoms once thrived, were torn apart. Yugoslavia, a bridge between East and West, was shattered, not by chance, but by design. New nations rose overnight, their borders drawn by foreign hands, their governments hostage to NGOs and Western banks. A colonial experiment, weak, divided, ripe for agendas that erased centuries of tradition. Russia, weakened and betrayed, could only watch as her Slavic brothers were carved into client states, but the message was clear: you are next. And so the 21st century dawned with silent invasions, economic collapse, migrant floods, and a Europe stripped of its soul. Nations draped in blue flags with yellow stars bowed to every demand, only to find their streets aflame, their children rootless, their churches empty. Nowhere is this war clearer than in Ukraine. Cities built by Serbian hands, Bakhmut, Luhansk, reduced to ash, a people divided, brother against brother, while foreign powers profit. For 8 years, these lands suffered, their Russian-speaking faithful demonized, their history rewritten. Yet from this chaos a truth emerges: when Slavs bleed, someone else grows rich. And the West's true target was never Moscow or Kiev, but the very idea of a spiritual Europe. But history's wheel turns. The same forces that shattered Dresden and crucified the Romanovs now face a remnant they could not extinguish. The modern betrayal, crumbling churches, rising shadows. Today, Europe's soul hangs by a thread. The Catholic Church, once unshakable, buckles under scandals and apathy. Nations abandon family, faith, and heritage for globalist agendas. But in the East, a remnant holds firm. Orthodox lands, shielded from the West's decay, keep ancient rites alive. Yet their leaders, voices of sovereignty, face relentless attacks. In 2016, a prophecy echoed. At Sveta Gora, the holy mountain where Byzantine emperors were crowned, Vladimir Putin knelt. He was the first leader since Emperor Dusan in 1347 to sit on that sacred throne. A sign? To millions, Putin is more than a president. He's a czar reborn, shielding orthodoxy from a godless West. Critics call it politics. Supporters see destiny. Will Europe's spiritual heart survive? Or will secret histories repeat? Dresden, Hiroshima, the Romanovs, until nothing remains. The war is real, the stakes higher than ever. Share this truth before it's forbidden.